Hey guys, welcome back. Stop Talking Roll, episode 297. And we got some jams. I finally figured out how to add some jams. Let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, here we go. We got Dennis. We got Q. Let me know the volume's good. It sounds fine to me, but are they just walking around? Let's get started. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're entering into the headquarters position, which is what we've been working on. Q immediately gets down to half guard. Dennis is able to reverse the position. That was very quick. Let's break that down. All right, so Q enters into a knee slice, which is nice. Remember the issue: no underhooks. No underhooks allowed. Okay, that's going to be a problem when you're trying to knee slice and they get an underhook. So Q, just don't let that happen. Okay, easier said than done. How you do that is this space when you come down, he had two things. He had a knee shield and he gets an underhook. So guys, when you're doing a knee slice, you cannot let them get a knee shield and you cannot let them get an underhook. Both of these things happen here. What you could do is you can weave Q on top, weave your elbow in. Okay, this is going to do two things. This is going to pop that knee shield off, right? So it's going to drive that knee this way, and you're also going to get on the inside, and you can start occupying the space here between his elbow and his knee with your body. This also, when you do this, makes it basically impossible for Dennis to get an underhook. However, he's already got one coming in here, so that makes it hard. He's able to switch up, get on top, swing around, and get the pass. Get the little jams going. I would want to turn it up, but then I remember the point is to listen to me talk. But it's good to have some background music. I am not paying attention. Maybe I shouldn't do the music. Nice turnout. This is what Q just did there. I like this a lot. It's actually, you can see it in isolation. So when someone grabs my, they start grabbing above my knees, I like to do this turn. So basically you turn, you tap your knees to the floor, and you can turn back either way. And then you just basically reset the position and you're in front of the person. I gotta roll with Dennis more. Q and I roll all the time. I gotta roll with Dennis more. Kimura. So Q, I know that you're trying to expand your game and not use the Kimura so much. My recommendation would be to actually use the Kimura more and then just use it for as a way to try new things, right? Like incorporate new things into your game. I just realized I just recorded the last episode and totally didn't check if it worked, so I might be wasting my time right now, but you'll find out. Okay, so Dennis grabs the ankle lock. Q, we were just training, 2 days ago as of this recording, but what you want to do is, honestly, from here, you could look to, it's tough. He's got to kind of be pressed away. I mean, when you're coming in with an ankle lock, you want to boot it through, and ideally you could step it on the ground, which would be great. It's very hard to finish somebody's foot when it's like just on the ground, planted on the ground. And you could do that by reaching through back here. So as soon as he has this, don't grab the head, grab right behind the tricep or like the outside of the arm here, and do a big, just pull that thing in. I'm sure this is going to not be a problem for you. Pull that thing in, kick that foot through, and you'll be all right. The more distance, like if you try to pull your leg out, you're just getting it tighter. It's like getting your hand caught in the cookie jar, right? Like you got to go through. Not that you'd go through a cookie jar, but it's that kind of idea. That was a very explosive, like 30 seconds there. Sorry, let's back up. Okay, so Dennis pops up, puts him on his back. All right, get some close guard. Okay. So breaking the posture down with those grips behind the head. Opening the guard. Nice. Cool. I wish we had a different angle. Oh, I guess I could use the mirror. What was that sweep? Oh no, we can't. Oh, yeah, we can. So he drives through. Oh, you know what? I think Dennis just kind of collapsed down to a hip, and you capitalized. Yeah, it brings it in. So, Dennis, I do the same exact thing, actually. I'll play guard with my foot all the way up, but that is definitely a... What's good about this is you can get real tight, and it's hard to kind of move the person around. However, if you do get caught, it is easy to just pop them down to their hip. Yeah, so pros and cons of that. I'm curious as to why you didn't settle down, Q. Oh, he's driving your hip away. What you could look to do is close your guard underneath his legs. Right? So then, I mean, he might eventually escape, but instead of, like, right here, or even earlier, just close your guard. And then sink your hips down on top of him. Drive through. Very nice pass. The Darce. Right here. Sits up. That hand comes right through. Just threaten it. You know what I mean? Like, not even if you're going to go for it. Just threaten these things. And make him move defensively rather than offensively, right? That could be annoying to deal with. Oh, and you deal with it just fine. Nice job. Trevor, back take care. I would lead with your foot rather than your knee. Let's see where it goes. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, like, the knee doesn't do anything. You need your foot in there. So I would just lead with your foot. Nice reversal there, Dennis. Oh, that's not round, is it? Okay. Resetting, side control. Yeah, peel that foot away and up. Look how simple that is. It doesn't take much, guys, to get a sweep. Like, sometimes you get really complicated. Like, just Q goes a turn, and I'm sure Q is trying to back heel this foot, and maybe he didn't recognize or just didn't notice, or Dennis, just the timing was impeccable there. But Dennis's foot right here just blocks it. So he tries to pull that leg back. I mean, you can see it's flexing, and then he just turns over on itself. Q's legs get twisted up. He loses all of his power, and Dennis is able to come up on top. Notice how flowy Dennis is with Q's movements. Q's strong. Q's got great technique, but Q is strong. So when he moves you around, you kind of have to go with the flow on that one. I'm going to spend the day downloading these jams. These are all like YouTube. I'm not going to get dinged for them. Copyright free or whatever. I just got like 5 of them on the playlist. I'm going to download a bunch. Nice little pass there. How'd that happen? So collar tie. Drives through. Yeah, so Q, we were talking about this the other day too. So Q and I were training with Chris, our other black belt. One of the things you need to do in general, we discussed this, but just to reemphasize, the reason this happens is because you're not shutting down that elbow knee space, okay? To control anybody in jiu-jitsu, like except for the two extremes, which is like a controlling a head or controlling an ankle, right? Generally, what you need to do is you need to control the space between somebody's knee and their elbow, okay? If you think about any of the major positions, mount, guard, back mount, side control, half guard, knee on belly, and then also submissions, arm bars, knee bars. Well, obviously, you know, rear naked chokes come into like the back control part of it, but we are essentially controlling this space, right? We're controlling that space. We're occupying that space. So a simple thing to do, easier said than done. When I say simple, I mean simple is conceptually simple, is just don't allow people to have access to that space. If you don't allow people to have access to that space, obviously you still need to worry about your head and your ankles. Like there's the two extremes that kind of exist outside this rule. But generally for control over a person, if you don't let them get that space, they can't control you. Now, simple in concept does not mean simple to do. That is a very complicated thing. And if you master that, please let me know, because you have won jiu-jitsu, okay? That's like all we do. It's essentially what we're doing when we play jiu-jitsu is we're figuring out ways to expose that space, to open up that elbow-knee connection and get in on someone, okay? So in this case, the reason I'm bringing this up is Q is just basically letting Dennis get in here. And not that Dennis couldn't get in here, but you're kind of just accepting that and turning over. Turtling is huge. Keeping that connection, like either your elbow right into your hip or your elbow and your knee, and just not letting something come into that space, but with a frame, it's crucial. It's I mean, I will say it every single time because it's key. I mean, notice, okay, so like, this is perfect. Dennis, right now, side control, look where he is. His body is between Q's elbow to his knee, right? Look over here. His arm is between Q's elbow and his knee, right? So you're occupying that space and hunting it. Look at Mount. He's occupying that space. Okay? Look, Q's getting that space back. That's why we do a hip escape. Of course, it's a knee bar. But like, I mean, even the knee bar. Look. Even the knee bar. Right? He's occupying that space. Okay? As I'm like in the way and we're off screen. Sorry. Sometimes that happens. Nature of jiu-jitsu. This is a jam. All right. So now, this is perfect. You guys are the best. You do brown and purple belts more often. Q gets on his head. This exists outside of that elbow knee space thing, but it's an effective control. If you control somebody's head, you're going to control their body. Okay. So this is kind of that extreme situation here. And we saw the ankle lock earlier as well, but this lets you break him down and then access that space between his elbow and his knees. Very good. And that's what Mount is now, right? And again, easier said than done, simpler said than done, right? It's a simple concept. Don't let somebody get in that elbow knee space, but it's very hard to do. That's what we're doing in jiu-jitsu. That's what you're trying to do. So that happens because you're a little too wide here, Q. So he's able to grab your foot, rotate underneath it, and you sits you on your butt. If you sit here, instead of with your knee out there, bring your knee here. So it's this way. And if he rotates, you follow him, and that hook, you could stay like right with him and keep him on his side. This is happening because there's all this space here. So his head can go in here and escape. All right. It's not exactly, I mean, you fall, so it's like not exactly what happens, but it's essentially what we're looking for. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. So we reset. Dennis walking forward. Kimura. There we go. Q, don't avoid the Kimura. I would say get the Kimura and just, ooh, pretty. Always like a good hook sweep. Get the Kimura and use it for other things, just like that, right? Like, okay, that's cool. I just learned something there. Dude, this is, maybe I should do the music. Maybe I should do it just in post. It's going to get me every time. So, okay, I'm sorry. Back it up. So, we have the collar tie, playing a little butterfly guard. You grab the hand here. You can see it very quickly. Q grabs the hand. Yeah, there he is. He's got the hand. Any more songs is already repeating. It gets the Kimura. Now look, he's attacking it. He's able to switch, and yeah, it's just such a fast switch. Look, this hand is committed here. So even though you don't have that overhook control, you're gonna basically just beat him. Yeah, look, that arm comes around, grabs it, and takes him over. To make this even better, Q, when you do this, think about right here, just slamming your elbow into your ribs, and don't even give him a chance to post, right? But he's totally off right there, so that's fine. Nice transition. I like that a lot. Driving up, elbow knee space. Arm bar. Back take. Yep, very nice. So that's the position you want to be in, Q, when you were taking that back earlier. So where is it? So notice, you can see in the I'm over in the mirror over here. You can see in the mirror that your leg is getting closer to his body. Look right there, and that allows you to take the back. Okay, so that's where you want your foot. The other thing too is this front foot. You want it here. Earlier in the video, I'm not going to search around like crazy because I'm probably not going to find it right now. You led with your knee. Is it right here? Yeah. So you lead with your knee. I want your foot in there. Your foot. Okay, so your leg across his lap, essentially. That's going to be it. That's where you're going to be able to take this back. Okay, I'll let this continue. So you're losing that elbow-knee space. You gain it back with that arm and that leg. Yep, but see, like no elbow-knee space, he's able to turn. Darce. Kimura. Very nice. Nice, Dennis. Nice body lock. All right, good job. Very good. That was fun. I think oh my God, I just needed the music. Let's go. Oh man, I'm done recording today. I'm going music, all music. If you don't know, I'm a lifelong musician. I don't know why I haven't had music on this show yet, but hope you dig in the jams. Hope it comes out. I'll listen to it. I'll edit it. I'll make it nice. All right. You know what? Like and subscribe. I'll catch you later. Bye.